Because I could see if, you know, every time somebody did something, you had something to say, or you were like, oh, I don't see how you put up with this. That couldn't be me. You're not making those allegations or comments. You're actually stating facts based on your mother is complaining, your brother complaining, you and him are getting into it. So, and you tired of that's your mother. You don't want your mother to hurt. And your mother is coming from, okay, I'm the mother, that's my son. I'm gonna keep giving him chances because he is who he is. He's my son. But at the same time, it's affecting her, on numerous occasions because she knows that not your aunt has gotten involved. Several people have gotten involved, so something has to be done. And she wants something to be done, but she didn't want to have to put in any work to get it done. Whether that meant, her putting her foot down and saying, okay, this is your last $20. Once you run out of this, you're going to have to either get out of my house or get you a job. One of the two, instead of, and sticking to what she's saying, because that's one of the reasons why she's having issues with him, because she doesn't follow through with her consequences. And he knows that. It's like, when she says something, he like throwing it, like somebody throwing their hand, like, okay, whatever. You still gonna do what you want to do, and you still gonna say what you want to say, but I'm gonna make my moves the way I want to make my moves. So, and who is he anyway? He's somebody that was going out your life for a while. So why is it that what he says holds value, and where you had to go and question everybody about what you're doing?
Because it hit a nerve.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have hit a nerve, because again, who is he? Like he previously stated in the same breath that he don't want to be with you like that anyway, because you're this, that, and the third. For him to even make those comments, he doesn't even really know you. So that's what I'm saying. So he shouldn't have anything to say, in regards to that. You're not, if you told that to anyone, how are you being judgmental when you're saying, if you're not comparing and contrasting him to other men that's his age. You never came like that. All you was saying, okay, here, this is the issue. I'm having issues with him because he's doing this. My twin sister is having issues with him because he's doing this. My mama is having issues with him because he's doing this. My auntie came, she said the whole family knew that everybody was having issues with him. So it's not like, there was any comparison or anything like that. So, I mean, you started feeling guilty because of the simple fact that how your mom doesn't like for you to talk about it, but talking is good, because I'd rather for you to release it, whether it's writing it down, talking to somebody, whatever you have to do, as long as it's not hurting you or no one else, then let it out, let it out. That's what you have to do, because you have anxiety issues and OCD and other issues that you have when stresses and stuff. And as far as you being independent, you are at that age where you can stay at your mom's house. I would rather you stay at your mother's house than you try to get you a job and study, because that means that you're not going to be fully focused on your studies, and it can also make you not finish school, because your priorities are food, shelter, and water first, And if you don't have that, then the other things about being independent and self-actualization, that's all the way at the top. That's the least of your work, because you can't get to that point if you don't have the basic necessities, which would be a roof over your head and something to eat. So him saying that doesn't make you that doesn't determine independence, for number one. So those comments were very ignorant. He shouldn't even say, because for number one, like I said, it's your age and you are a college student. So yes, it would behoove you to stay at home instead of you collecting more debt, you stressing. You've already been down that road. So yes, the independent person that I am, I made the best decision for me. And me, I have for the rest of my life to live and pay bills. And who's to say I'm not paying bills where I am? You don't know what you're talking about. You're just on the outside looking in. So he needed to be, those issues with him needed to be addressed. But you didn't even have to go into that, because obviously he doesn't know you. Because if he did, he wouldn't even made those comments. I mean, I'm getting to know you, and I wouldn't have dared, said those things, say that you were judgment or anything, because you're not. You just want peace. You want the issues to be addressed so that you could not dread to go home, basically, to deal with him.
All of us to be like that. Like, I'm just like, I don't know why you didn't draw that conclusion, but if you were going to draw any conclusion, like bother to draw that conclusion, you could at least ask me. He's like, I only know what you tell me. I'm like, you didn't ask me the details. You just went off pieces of what I said. Didn't ask no questions except for where's your dad in all of this. I'm like, he's dead. And then he'll forget and then add to it. And I'm just like, look,
just leave it alone.
I'm done.
But he's not even a person he can't handle it. And you have to know, and I had to learn this myself, that you cannot tell people everything, because everybody can't handle everything. Because even with me, certain things that I experience, I wouldn't dare tell one of my friends certain things, because I know they can't handle it. So if all this fails, if you need to get something off your chest, write it down. You stated the last time that there's something you don't mind doing, or record yourself talking about the situation. Listen to it, and see, once you listen to it, you'll be able to thoroughly make the best decision, because you can't make a clear and honest, just sound decision when you're clear. If your mind is not clear, because it's cloudy, because you have all these different thoughts going on at one time. And another thing I would suggest is that I want you to start for like 5 minutes a day, not thinking about anything or not doing anything, and just clearing your head. You can start with 5 minutes a day, and you can eventually elevate up to like 30 to 45 minutes where you absolutely think about nothing. And if you can't do that, your mind is still wondering what you would do. If you're tired, don't do it when you're tired, because it's not going to be effective. You're going to go to sleep when you're hearing the elevator music or whatever. So you can go to YouTube and Google it, and and just start thinking, or you think of your favorite saying, something short and simple, whether it's something spiritual, religious, or it could be, something like no one is a failure that keeps on trying. You could just keep saying it over and over, and then your mind will eventually start clearing. And, you can set a timer on your eye devices, or, whatever you need to do. But I would like for you to start doing that. And I want you to start doing it in the morning when you get up, first thing, and in the evening when you go to bed. 5 minutes of just, you can start with that.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. It's a challenge, but that's what I'm saying. Make sure you're not tired when you get up. You just turn that music on, and for 5 minutes, say that little saying. Whatever saying it is, just keep repeating it. You close your eyes, and you just keep saying it. And it will, open up your mind. It will make you ultimately have a better day, because it's giving your mind the opportunity to basically have a clean slate. And you think about absolutely nothing, which is a tedious task, but it can be done. It can be done. Is that something that you think that you'll be able to do? At least try. Maybe if you don't, at least one time a day, and then eventually you'll get to 2 5-minute 5-minute increments, and then you just elevate yourself up to where you're doing 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. And then we can see how it will go.
I started watching, weirdly, I started watching natural births, like unedited, at-home births. That gives that, like, there's so much stuff going on that it takes my mind away from what I'm doing, and it just makes me focus on there's a baby being born, everything is so pure and cute or whatever. So I've been doing that, but I think I can start the music thinking of nothing thing.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, today we discussed, we actually had a very beautiful session today. I appreciate you taking the opportunity to share all the things that were going on in your head. So today, like I said, we discussed 3 relationships, and you were trying to get clarification on, I guess whether you should be with them, but ultimately it ended up being that you wanted to make sure that you wasn't being judgmental. That's what all